Hi everyone, this is Mary Beth at Mary's Place 2009 on YouTube, and I wanted to show you an altered book that I did for a swap. This is a very old vintage encyclopedia called Worldwide Encyclopedias, and I really like the way the outside looked, so I didn't do a lot to change it. It already had the gold edging and gold eagle with the world there. I just distressed the edges, and I attached a ribbon by putting a die cut on the back and tied it up. I must say I really didn't know when to stop embellishing it, so it doesn't shut very well, and it is very, very full. So in front and back, I used one sheet of cardstock just together to cover everything, and I put a fleur-de-lis seal there. I pulled out a lot of the pages and glued some together. I like the tattered vintage look, so some of them are bent, they're totally uneven. This is like something from nature, a little cockabur or something that was in some potpourri that I had. The kids and I call it potpourri when we're teasing. This is part of a lace doily. When we were on vacation in the mountains this spring, it was kind of rainy, so during the day, if I couldn't go and play in the water park, I made a lot of the little stick pins, so I just used them to decorate. This behind here, the way I made this pocket it's a die cut that I did on my Big Shot, and it's double-sided cardstock, so I just turned the edge up, put lace, pearl. These are flourishes, and I just distressed it. My friend Jen Evers on YouTube, she sent me a lot of flourish die cuts. I really appreciate that. I didn't have a lot of images to put in here because my computer's not cooperating, so I left some space where she can add just whatever she wants to. This is the eyes are the window of the soul. This is one of my favorite pages. I'm trying to learn how to keep this in focus. I'm in my new craft studio, and I can actually use my big tripod in here, so maybe it won't be so shaky. But it says wings to fly. This dress form was one that I bought on eBay. I like to take things like the cutouts that I fussy cut and the dress forms and just anything, and use Mod Podge on it between my fingers, just rub it on. I saw Anna on YouTube. I can't think of her channel. I think it starts with an X, but anyway, she does that to her fussy cut things, and it really gives them body and makes you be able to bend them. So I took this die cut, and this right here was the stand on the bottom, but I didn't want it there, so I cut it off and put it up there and put a butterfly. This is from the potpourri also, and it was just little wooden petaled flowers, and I took it apart and I put it back there to kind of make wings and a little flower thing. Another one of my stick pins. This page I just used satin seam binding with lace over it. I made a butterfly out of the little wooden petals, put another die cut butterfly on it. This was like a big black flat daisy flower I had taken apart, so I folded it in half and just rolled it up and stuck it back there. This is another stick pin. This page, this dress form die cut I got from a friend of mine, Maggie, who lives in Canada. Thank you, Maggie. I attached it to one of the, I think it's a nestable die cut, to just make a little tag, and I just used a little bird and put it on there. I put a little strip of lace seam binding here for it to stick in, if I can get it to do that. And a trick I learned from, let's see, what is that called? Scrappy Beautiful, Shabby Beautiful Scrapbooking, and Misty has a channel, and she suggested that you could put a little stopper pearl down there when you put your little pockets, and I thought that was a great idea. This is a flower, and of course, you know that. I don't remember where I got it. It's paper, someone made it for me. These are just little flourishes. They really look kind of paisley. I put another stick pin up there. This is an image that is on an ATC card. My printer would not cooperate and print anything for me, so I don't have a lot of images, but this I got in a swap, and I don't remember who did it, but I thought it was pretty. This is somewhere I was at a yard sale or a thrift store. Yard sale, I think it was, and I got a whole plastic bag of these little lace drawstring bags, and they had pooper in them, and it was old, so I took it out. I just put that flat. I put a little burgundy leaf behind, a stick pin, more butterflies, ribbons, pearls. This is a page. I wasn't ever really happy with this because I felt like I needed more, but I couldn't decide what to do. I used one of my stamps on the back. I used some string iridescent black pearls so it looks like a necklace on a belt. Then I went over it just kind of scratchy with a black marker, and that's a heart stick pin that I made. And it says the first step is to dream. On this side, this is some of the flower petals that are laying flat, that are large, that I was telling you about. I used that, put a little paper flower in there, a pearl. I used some torn scrapbook paper, made a pocket. This has drawing space, and this one I found a little, excuse me, I'm not in camera, in view. This one I found a little bookmark, and it says thinking of you, and it was the same green color. This is a Tim Holtz little I don't know what you call it, thingamabob. This is a feather. I have a hard time getting feathers where I live, so anytime I see them I buy them. And this feather is from a feather duster, so it looked brand new. It looked like it hadn't been used. So anyway, I got it, took it apart. There's another stick pin, and we were supposed to make a bookmark, and what I did is I just attached ribbon with a little dangly leaf and beads, and I actually tied it between the pages because I wanted it to stay with the book. This is another page that I did. I just used torn paper, and I made this where it curls up. Another of the butterflies, stick pin. I used a little, excuse me, I used a little clock on here because over here it has a clock that I tore out with a crown. I just added some tags. One of the tickets says trust, and this is so cute. I think my friend Jen sent this to me. It's just a little acetate cutout of a clock, and so I stuck it in there. I distressed around this die cut, and I stamped one of the little Victorian hands on it. And these are some kind of, they're not brads, they're those things you have to squish. And this is the last page. I did the back in blue and burgundy, and it says happiness is made to be shared. The paper that I used, of course I don't know what line it was from, but it had some old-fashioned rulers in these colors that I liked. I just stuck some little birds up here. This is another one of the die cuts, and these are just tags that come out. This one I stamped and made a little journaling spot. I am totally not good at stamping, so you have to bear with me on that. And this is the back of the book, and I seem to have skipped a page that I wanted to tell you about. So let me go back through here. Yes, I didn't tell you about the image on this page. Since I was having trouble with my printer, my sister had made a copy of a photograph of my mother when she was a little girl. Her name is Shirley Ann Langford, and she's holding her favorite baby doll, which is in a trunk at my grandmother's old house. And I think she was like, this was 1944, so she would have been like 7 or 8 years old. But I really like it, so I hope you enjoy it, Codi. This one opens up, and this is just like a little book, and you can write inside of that. That one I also used Mod Podge. So this is my first attempt at an altered book. Thank everybody so very much for watching, and it's of course not wanting to go back and tie like I want it to, but I hope you like it, Codi. And I'm going to go ahead and post this online, and I'm going to put a spoiler alert, so if you don't want to see it before you get it, then don't look. And I'm very, very sorry this is late. I wanted it to be real special, so here's a doily that I got from a thrift store, and it has butterflies on it. She said she liked butterflies, and so I wanted to wrap it around the book. And also this is a linen napkin with butterflies that I got somewhere, so I plan to package it really pretty, because my crafty friends tell me that presentation in your packaging is as important as what you make. So have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.